Today I'm visiting a few beaches, but not the typical Copacabana, Ipanema, Leblon. More like Flamenco Beach, Botafogo, and Vermelha, which translates into the red sand beach. It's not really red sand, but it has slightly reddish color. So, and it's a nice beach. It's most likely quiet. So that's the road leading up to that place. There's just almost no one going there. Of course, the Brazilians who live here, they go there. But everyone is forgetting about this one. It's basically stuck right in between Copacabana and Botafogo Beach. It's a very small beach, and from that bay you can look right up. You're in front of the Sugar Love Mountain. So I think it's interesting. So here's the Sugar Love Mountain right in front. It's interesting. And here's actually the nice little beach coming up in a moment. It's a different angle of Rio. Most people never make it here. Even I almost didn't make it here. So that's the Botafogo Beach over there. Over there is the large bridge over to Niterói. So here you have the Sugar Love Mountain right in front of you. And we arrived at this little bay. It's called Praia Vermelha. Vermelha in Portuguese means red. Well, let's see. This is the typical yellow sand. Nothing red about it, but as you see, all local Brazilians here. This is a real local beach. Nice little bay. The water looks actually quite clean and it doesn't smell. No, the problem is the water has the same bad smell as it has in the entire bay. I wouldn't go swimming in this water. It has this distinct toilet smell. So this is now Playa de Flamenco. There are absolutely no foreigners ever making it here. And I totally don't understand why. I guess because it's a non-tourist spot. It's not in the top 10 of things to do for the people who always follow that. So here's the Sugarloaf Mountain. Further over there would be Botafogo. And further over there is Rio Central. And that part over there, that wasn't really developed very much 19 years ago. It almost looks like Copacabana nowadays. That is Niterói. That's the other side of the Guanabara Bay. You have to cross the bridge over there. Actually, this is a nice beach to really relax and sit. But as you see, nobody goes, well, there I said it, some people go in the water, but actually this is not clean water. You should really not go swimming here. And there's the Corcovado again. That's where I've been today. I actually came down and then I walked all the way here. Yes, so beautiful. Yes. So here I'm basically, if I would keep walking this way, I would be going to Central. But that's not what I'm doing. I keep going. And here we are coming down to Ipanema beach and Leblon. It's real rainforest type here. The forest is so lush and green. I'm sure before the city of Rio has been established, for around 130 years ago, around 1890, when they start building houses slowly, must have been a lush green forest everywhere. If humans would disappear from Rio today, I believe in 10 years from now it would be all overgrown with rainforest. That's the beginning of Ipanema. So basically this is the end of Copacabana over there. The far end. It's not officially Copacabana, but it is Copacabana. And here's Ipanema. It's Ipanema Beach. And third, all these hills, this is the Tijuca rainforest. I will be going there tomorrow. And over that first hill is the Barate Tijuca beach, a very long 13-kilometer stretch of white sand beach. It's actually a nice calm ocean here. Yeah, I find Ipanema Beach a bit more relaxed to sit in comparison to Copacabana. And yes, I will be sitting down here after this video and have a nice cold beer. That's what Brazil is famous for. Ice cold beer. Go into any supermarket and they have figured it out. They freezing the beer to exactly 4.7 degrees centigrade. That's the amount of alcohol in the beer just shortly before freezing. When you buy the beer and open it up, it is it's liquid, but you know, it's just 1 centigrade more and it will turn into ice. So it is indeed really interesting. On a rainy day or slightly cloudy day, Rio is actually a beautiful place because the clouds hanging onto the mountain slopes. This is all rainforest. Pure pristine rainforest. It's just unbelievable when you think about it. Rio is a real metropolis, a huge city, and then you have this pristine rainforest. That's what makes Rio what it is, so famous. It is this pristine view of nature combined with the city, so I really like it. I liked it many years ago. Many years ago in the 80s and late 90s, but nowadays it's a different flavor. I don't like the flavor from right now. People make the inhabitants make what a city is, and nowadays they're just not friendly. They're just not, friendly towards strangers. In the early days it was so easy to talk to anyone in the street. Nowadays it has changed, and that got nothing to do with Corona. It simply is the way it is. It has been like this for the past 5 years, I would say. So this is going to be my last visit in Brazil. I won't be returning here. But anyway, I can suggest once again, and I can say once again, Brazil has never been that safe as an entire nation, as an entire country. Rio de Janeiro included, which was the most violent cities. Nowadays it is absolutely safe and worthwhile for a newcomer to come here and see it. The water here is also cleaner than in Copacabana. The water definitely comes from the other side of the bay. So that's good. It's really the place to go swim in Copacabana. I can't recommend go swimming in Copacabana. Only here in Ipanema or further out in Tijuca. And please save yourself from the caipirinhas which are sold on the beach. I can assure you, first of all, there has been put onto multiple ice cubes that has melted away, including alcohol that's going to blind you if you drink too much of it. Homegrown alcohol. What they do is they're putting it into name brand bottles. If you ever gonna see the bottle, it's going to be a name brand bottle, but that's not the alcohol that is actually flowing out of the bottle. So be very careful with what you're drinking on the beach. It's not that they want to rob you and want to make you like basically sleep or anything. It's not a drug, it's just like it's inferior alcohol and it's really bad. Plus you have an overpriced price tag on it. Just drink a nice ice cold beer, that's the safest thing. Or go in a bar and drink a really good caipirinha. I can absolutely recommend caipirinhas in general. Just not the one sold on any beach. Yeah, the water is nice for swimming here for sure. Actually, I'm going to jump in later on. It's really inviting. It's cool water, Atlantic coast, Atlantic water. It's the coldest ocean from all the three big ones. Then the Pacific the second, and the Indian Ocean is the warmest ocean. So basically here we are at the far end of Ipanema. Ipanema is over there. And this one is Leblon beach. I would call it the end of Ipanema, but no, it's the Leblon beach, so it's really quiet actually. It's nice. Sitting around here, you can relax nicely. I believe this is the famous Sheraton Hotel. It has been here since the early 80s, and I believe maybe even before. I don't know when it has been built. But I remember I was out here in the 80s with my mother. And this was the big, tall building. Nothing else was really around. And there you see a favela. That wasn't there before. But yeah, that's a good question now. Would you want to stay in the Sheraton Hotel and get pampered? Or would you rather be in the favela on the top of the hill? If you ask me, well, most people who understand my rhythm of traveling, you might know that I would prefer the favela. But I guess the generation nowadays, they love to be pampered left and right. For you, it's probably good to stay at this hotel.
Tira, apaga, apaga.
Norteio,
Apaga,
norteio,
apaga agora apaga.
No tengo.
Porque
It was an interesting encounter I had with these three boys. They were actually building on the rapport of dangerous Rio de Janeiro from the past, where literally 10-year-old boys holding a gun in your face and demanding your telephone and camera and everything you have. And they were trying to play that game on me. I mean, well, not really a game, but they were trying to play me with that. And they say, hey, amigo, give me your telephone and your camera. And I said, what? You mean the one I'm holding in my hand? They say, yeah, give me. I said, no way, I'm gonna give you nothing. I'm gonna hit you in the face if you not get lost. And then he argued a little bit. And he started smiling and saying, okay, can you please take a shot of us three so you remember our attempt to rob you? That was so funny. And then I met them again on the next street corner. They were basically sitting there smiling at me. And then I actually handed them 5 reals and say, come on, buy yourself some food or whatever. I'm here now right on the end of Copacabana. There's one famous Copacabana photo. I mean, the view, the angle that everybody knows about the Copacabana beach in the entire world. It's only accessible through a military compound. So I'm not sure if they're letting me in. I will just give it a try. Well, that's good. I actually got in. Let's just try it. It's a military police compound and the military itself. But somehow this guy was friendly and he just said, okay, go in. Oh yes, there are some steps. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, and there's a tunnel. And then you might get up all the way. Let's see. Say anything, but could there be some leftover Nazis from the World War II in Germany? Yeah, so this is actually, remember in the last video I showed you a bit of the military regime and the dictatorship. It was going on until the mid 80s. Apparently it's a long way up, but I just passed another military guy and he was really friendly. He was amazed I'm coming here and he was just saying, yeah, go. That's the interesting thing about Rio. As soon as you enter even just a tiny bit of forest, it's rainforest type right away. It's such a lush area. This whole region is so lush and green. It's like the Amazon. It's really lush and green here. You think you are really in the middle of the rainforest. So there's Copacabana. Yeah, you can see right now during coronavirus, it's barely 1/3 occupied, the beach. Normally it's just absolutely full. It's a summer day today.
Melhor, pra vocês, pra gente aproveitar que tá fechando o olho, vocês vão estar se olhando, vão fazer, ó. Tá bom. Isso aí é vocês já, entendeu? É isso mesmo. Ó, respira, relaxa, eu vou pedir pra vocês fazerem, tá bom?
So now we are back down here in Copacabana. There are enough other videos you can look at walking Copacabana or something like that. I won't film that. So tomorrow I try to reach Ipanema, and maybe there's another beach further up, not Leblon, but further up. I might visit that one.
Public holidays and weekends, the beach is the place to be. You'll have to get down early if you want to pick your spot. As many as 300,000 will pack onto the beach during peak periods. There are 9 main beaches in Rio, of which the Copacabana is the most famous. Sunrise over the Copacabana beach is a truly breathtaking sight. Even though it's Sunday, the Keep Fit Brigade is very much in evidence.
Now we are living in times of Corona. What a tough life. Sitting on the beach and doing the same I always do, and everyone is doing the same they always do. That's the right way. But still, when you look at all the if you look at all the umbrellas, then you see the beach is actually only half full. Still quite busy. Today is Sunday. The weekend officially starting today. That's how it is in Brazil. Sunday and Monday are the big days off where the people party. It's not Saturday, it's not Friday. Sunday and Monday. We are in a serious corona lockdown here. I know most people won't know what I'm talking about when I'm saying help disco in Rio de Janeiro. I have been here in the late 90s, early 2000s, and it was absolutely crazy. This is Help Disco. This is the old building of the Help Disco that has been a little bit refurbished and left untouched. I don't know, I'm sure they're going to build something out of it, but I see this standing idle for many years. So guys, this is Help Disco from before. Help Disco is comparable to Marine Disco in Pattaya and similar places. It has been an absolutely crazy thing. Look at it. Well, while in the rest of Brazil, football is basically almost dead when you look at the people and how they're not talking about football. Here in Rio de Janeiro, it's still well and alive. It's a live game today, and the bars are packed with people watching. It isn't the same party as a long time ago, but still has some flavor. Rio de Janeiro plays against Bahia. Football, everyone is there, the bars are packed. So that's my last few hours here on Copacabana. I'm saying goodbye to Rio de Janeiro and in fact goodbye to Brazil. You have served me well. You have done me well for the past, how many years? 35 years. Yes. 1985 was my first visit. You have given me everything I always wanted for the 35 years. It's time to go. So that's it. I'm saying goodbye. In fact, that's Copacabana Palace. That's the first hotel I ever stayed in Rio de Janeiro in 1985.